Hi, Yagita.
Hi.
How are you? How's your son?
He's not good, actually. He's not well.
What happened last night?
Actually, I was in the class and he was driving scooter inside. So I told him not to do that. So he just fell off
Bang.
and twist his ankle and twist his knee and hurt his ear.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, due to that, he got temperature and everything, bruises everywhere.
Bruise,
And the
yes. Oh my
ankle
goodness.
has tendon
Yes.
muscle. He doesn't want to go. So I will today listen the whole lecture, but because he is not going anywhere.
Yes, no, that's
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I got just worried.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries. Hi, Jacob. Long time no see.
I stuck with the COVID and like.
All right. Okay. Let's get started. So tonight we're going to start with reading, fill in the blanks, just reading. You know, this section only contributes points to your reading. Okay. Now, here we are. So I'm talking about this one, reading, fill in the blanks. And we're going to start with maybe 24. So as I said before, for these questions, spend 30 to 40 seconds on each blank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, 24, almost 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, and I've got 4 minutes here, but in the test, you have a total time here. The total time says, for instance, 20 minutes, and it's counting down. So, you know, once it starts with 20 minutes, you know, around 17 minutes remaining. It's 3 minutes and 16, 4 minutes, you know that. Okay, let's go. So first, read the choices, and then Okay, we'll start with Hitomi.
Career.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the distractor for career?
She started her career. Yeah.
No, which one is the distractor? So for every item you
Oh, company.
Now.
very good. Yes, company.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, tell me.
Number 2, carried.
And okay, and the distractor here? Followed. Look, it's the same as it's the same part of the speech. So it's in PP format. This is in PP format. Good. Number 3.
Build case studies.
Okay,
And most recently.
very good. And
An evaluation of the impact of something.
so
Not
sorry, this one.
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry to finish it. Yes, and
and the impact of a technology education initiative. Not sure.
okay. Anyone else? Okay. So here from she was project director. Okay, are you sure about this? Anyone else has a different? I think followed is the
Follow this.
yeah, followed this. So followed this research associate. Okay, and let's check.
No, more recently.
Okay. More recently, she has joined. She has conducted. Yeah, it's the is. If you want to use most, say the most recent. Okay, the most recent. All right.
Most.
Use the most. Okay, and here more recently is a collocation. Good.
And
okay.
why is followed? It's better. Follow.
Sorry, because you follow a career. Okay, you follow a career. Still, she started her career and followed. Look, this whole sentence is a continuation of the first one. So followed this. Okay.
Makes
next
sense.
one. Yes, next one.
Yep.
So everyone, you have 4 minutes, and then at the end, one person. That's it. Everyone, please start doing it. All right, Jacob, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Number one.
Literature.
I'm sorry.
Literature.
The literature. Okay. Number two.
Carried. No. Number two. Two. Yes, back.
Very good. Number three.
Venom.
Excellent. Number four.
Treatment.
Number five.
Treatment or practice.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
Which one? Which one? For number, I'm sorry, number five.
Suffering patient. Suffering from. No.
Yes or no?
Yeah, from yeah.
Okay. And
Practice.
okay. If it happens, just click outside and then it will be all right. Okay. Okay, number one, according to the literature. Fine, very good. Now remember, trace back to something. So we say this traces back to something, okay? So the preposition is to, very good. And this is a distractor. Of is a distractor. Number three, snake venom is very common. Yes, something that kills you. Number four, it's anyone else have any idea?
Practice.
Very good. For medical, we say this practice. Very good.
Yeah.
So practice here refers to whatever that procedure, medical procedure is, and they call it a practice. Okay. So widely carried out. Good. And so the last one, a minor.
Treatment.
No.
Infection.
It's a minor infection.
Infection. Yes, because we are talking about vaccination. You know, it's a minor infection. Okay. Let's check. Yes. So remember, once you put stuff here, read it again very quickly. According to the literature, we can trace back to the snake and human treatment widely carried out. Practice widely carried out. Yeah. All right. Very good. Next. You have 2 minutes here. All right. So, Yogita, are you there? No. Okay.
Yes, I'm
Oh, yes. Okay. So,
listening,
Yogita,
yeah.
you, number one,
Charming characters.
charming characters. Okay. Number two,
Conclusions that they are majestic swans.
number three,
Don't tease people because
very good. Number four,
what special gifts you have.
charming characters, ducks feel awkward because they don't feel very awkward. And only to exalt in the, okay. Number two, anyone else?
Praise.
Sorry,
Praise.
no.
No.
Tails.
Every.
Discovery.
Yes, to exalt in the discovery that they are majestic swans. This is, okay, first of all, number one, I think, how about tails? Charming tales.
Yeah.
Tales means a story, okay?
Yeah.
Charming tales of ducks who feel awkward. This is the story of the, do you remember the duck, the ugly duck? What's that? The ugly duckling?
Yeah.
So charming tales of ducks. And then they exalt in the discovery that they are majestic swans, that they are not that ugly, okay? If child readers clearly don't tease people, very good, because they are different, and someday you'll discover what special gifts you have. Very good. So as I said before, these are exam pages,
Yeah.
and they can be used in any, they can be used in read aloud, they can be used in fill in the blanks listening, you know, all sorts of gimmicks. Okay. Next one. I think we start with 100 and look at these. Oh my goodness. It's because it's too long. Okay, I'm gonna check this one. So 127. I don't know what happened to these. 127. Fill in the blanks. Reading. Okay, I'll check it later. But now, okay, this one. You will have 3 minutes here. Alicia, are you done? No? Ayuko, are you done?
No.
Isabel?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
Me?
Tell me, are you done?
There's two I'm not sure about. I'm done.
All right, good. Jacob, done?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nearly.
Alicia, I want you to do it whenever you're ready, okay?
The first one, counted.
Okay. So, yes, okay. It counted on a group of 3 young people. Okay. Do you know what it means to count on someone? To rely on someone. Okay. So you can count on me whenever, but okay, we need to, yes, number 2.
Number 2.
So studio here is an adjective. You need a noun after it. So persuasive is an adjective. Symbolic is an adjective. Delicacy, noun. Accuracy, noun. Contact, noun. And also tradition and relation, they're noun. Okay, so you need to go for a noun.
Tradition.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3, contact.
The direct is an adjective. You need a noun. Very good. Direct contact.
Number 4,
Absolute is an adjective. You need a noun.
delicacy.
Okay. Do you know what delicacy is?
No.
No.
I kind of know, but I don't know how to explain.
May I ask where you're from?
Philippines.
Okay. In Philippines, there's a delicacy called I think is pho the Thai food, or is it
That's a Vietnamese.
Oh, pho. Okay, so it's a delicacy. You know, pho is a Vietnamese delicacy. Now, delicacy means something that comes at the special time. It's not always around. Okay, so it's a food basically. Delicacy is a food. So do you want me to put there absolute delicacy?
No.
How about, so when it comes to a wrong option or an option and a distractor. So what's a distractor for delicacy?
Accuracy.
Very good. So now you have the 2 culprit. Between these 2, you say, oh, okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. So you need to choose between one of these 2, either accuracy or delicacy. Okay, and the last one. Meaning is a noun. Meaning is a noun. You need an adjective here. Okay.
Symbolic.
Very good. Symbolic is an adjective. Now, what is a distractor for counted here?
Entered.
Excellent. Very good. Now, Jacob, do you think counted is better here or center?
Entered.
Entered.
Yes, it is center. Yeah. So always remember, in the test, if you have 4 options, you will have 4 distractors. If you have 3 options, you will have 3 distractors. If you have 5 options, then you only get 3 distractions. So from 4 onwards, they only add 3 distractors. So you don't have a distractor for every answer. I feel very cold. So there we go. Okay, let's check. Very good. So it's centered on. Center here means focused. Excellent. Very good. Can you name a delicacy, Alicia, from the Philippines that we can try here in Melbourne?
I think.
Remember, delicacy comes at
Actually, I don't even know.
Ah, okay. He told me, any delicacies from Japan?
About the food.
Yes, you see, a delicacy refers to a food that comes at a special time, okay? I mean,
Also it means something more related to delicate, right? Delicate manner of something.
it could, yes, it can. For instance, to say the delicacy, actually, no. Delicacy basically refers to the food, okay? Delicateness could be, you know, referring to
But
something.
delicacy, like manner of people, like.
Could be, yes, that could be.
Yeah.
But
I
when we
didn't know
talk
about the meaning of the delicacy about the food until right. So,
okay.
yeah.
So in my country, when it is walnut time, the walnuts are fresh. They are not ripe yet. If they shouldn't be ripe, okay? So they are still fresh. They take the walnut, take it out of the casing, and then put it in salt and water, and salt solution in the water, and it tastes great, okay? And they sell it on the streets. So it's a delicacy because once every year it happens, and especially in autumn when the walnut trees, they start to, you know, to fruit. So that's a delicacy. And also it refers to any, you know, in China, there are a lot of different types of delicacy. Bad delicacy that comes at a special time, you know, all sorts of delicacy. So anyway, here, absolutely accuracy. I was just looking for something that rhymed with accuracy, and I just came with delicacy. That's why I have it here. Anyway, next one. All right, Isabel, are you ready? Yes. So first you need to unmute yourself. Okay, good. Now you're unmuted. Are you ready for number one? Have you done it?
I'll try.
Okay, yeah. That's the spirit. Okay, number one.
I'm gonna just put selected.
Selected, very good. So what is the distractor for selected here?
Probably choice.
Chosen, very good. So you see, when you have and it is perfect, present perfect, you need a PP here, past participle. And we have only 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have more than 3, 4. We have 4, we have 3 actually distracted. Good. Selected is fine. Number 2.
Number 2, I put interested. Interest.
Interest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3, the media. The media intervene.
Okay.
And sorry, can you just change intervene? I'll put aspect. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Can I just put aspect? The media.
Of course, yes.
Aspect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one? Here aspects?
Yes.
Very good choice. Very good choice. Yes, I like this.
And my last one will be intervene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I only, anyone else has a different idea? No?
I have interest in aspects.
Very good. So you think these two should be switched?
Mm.
Very good. Yes. So media interest and which aspects of the school curriculum. Okay. So we say which aspects of, and remember, if we say which and then we use a noun of it, it should be plural. Okay. So similarly made about which aspects of the school, and if we had interest here, it should have been. Now every time, as I said, you choose a noun or verb or whatever, there is a distractor. So always find the distractor, and between the distractors you choose one. Okay. So here this is plural. Okay. And the only distractor here is, look, sides. So now you know that here, whatever it is, it should be plural. Here, whatever it is, it should be singular, because we don't have another singular one. Okay. But anyway, let's check the, yep, very good. Now, why not chosen here? Why not chosen? Because this test,
history is selective.
very good, and this test is about formal kind of language. It's about formality. Okay, you cannot use what we call street language. So choose is something that you use in daily conversation. This is bookish, and we don't say the historian have chosen. Okay, say they have selected. Selected is a better formal option for choose. Okay, that's why selected is better. Otherwise, choose makes sense. You know, they have chosen that, but it's not formal. All right, we can do one more so that everyone has done one. Okay, again, 3 minutes. Mayuko, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Updated.
Number 2.
Discussed in range. Not sure range of.
Well, I'm sorry, which one?
I'm not sure the one.
Okay, do the
Can
ones
I
that.
skip? And then can I?
Number 3.
Number 3 is the number of.
Number?
Number, yeah.
Yes, number 4.
Number 4 is sense. Second one. And last one is the leisure time.
Range?
No, third one.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, what about the second one? There's no negative marking. You have to come up with an answer. Sorry?
Ranges? Range?
Which one? Range?
Yeah, range.
Okay. No. In terms of the
Yes.
economy, you say yes. In terms. So you see, whenever you come to this problem,
Yeah.
Mayuko, say, okay, in the range of the economy, in terms of the economy, in ideas of economy, in data of economy, in which one makes sense, okay? And then say, oh, in terms of the economy, that makes sense, okay? Huh? So alongside data on people, thoughts, and feelings, okay? Very good. The rest, you got 3 right. All right, any questions? Any questions? No? All right, now we're gonna start with fill in the blanks listening, all right? So, now in fill in the blanks listening, I think we haven't, I haven't explained this. So I'm gonna play this video for you before I ask you to do. Happening here. Oh, okay. All right, so. Yes, fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks listening strategies. Number 1. Use the 10 seconds preparation time for reading the first line of the paragraph. This will give you an idea of what the whole text is about.
The Navy's new submarine fleet might not be as...
Number 2. Practice writing the missing words without taking your eyes off the screen while the audio is being played. If you take your eyes off the screen and look at what you're writing, you will lose the line and some points at the same time. Number 3. Since the blanks are not numbered in this test item, you need to note down the answers from left to right or top to bottom, up to you. And if you missed a blank, you just draw a line and move on to the next one.
The ocean has been getting bluer, according to a study published in the journal Nature. But that's not really good news for the planet. It means that the plants that give the ocean its green tint aren't doing well. Scientists say that because the ocean has been getting warmer.
Once the audio is finished and you are typing in the answers, you will know exactly which blank you missed because you have written them in the order of their appearance. If you have a hunch for a missing blank, go for it. There is no negative marking for wrong answers here. But you certainly need to pay attention to your time since the most important questions, right from dictation, are waiting for you at the end of your limited time. So don't waste your time on a missed blank. Number 4. You don't need to start every answer with a capital letter, unless it is, of course, a proper noun like Melbourne. But make sure you do not type all the answers in capital letters or with the caps lock on. Number 5. If the answer to a fill-in-the-blank is a number, write it in digits rather than letters. Number 6. The answer to every fill-in-the-blank question cannot be more than one word. As you may know, this item is the third part of the listening section. And it contributes points to your listening and writing overall score. Candidates usually get 2 to 3 sets of these questions. Now, basically, fill-in-the-blanks listening is a transcription of an audio with some words missing. After listening to the audio and writing the missing words on the erasable notebook, candidates are expected to type those words in the appropriate gaps. Now, some do's first. Number 1. Use the 8-second preparation time before the audio is played to skim through the transcript or just read the first 2 lines to get the general idea of the text. Number 2. A useful strategy for doing this part is to have your eyes fixed on the text and jot down the answers on the erasable notebook without ever looking at what you're writing. Number 3. You may not remember the spelling of some words on the spot. In order not to forget that word, and consequently missing the answer to other gaps, you can write that word in your first language and think about the spelling when you are actually typing them in the gaps. Number 4. At the end of the audio, when you start to type in the answers, instead of using the mouse to move the cursor to the next gap, you can use the Tab key to jump the cursor from one gap to another, as you can see here. If you want to go back to the previous gap, just press the Shift and the Tab keys. So press Tab to jump forward and Shift plus Tab keys to go back. Number 5. Since the gaps in the text of the fill-in-the-blanks listening are not numbered, you need to note down the answers from top to bottom or left to right so that you know which is which. So if you missed the answer to a gap, just put a dash instead. Number 6. If you missed the answer to a gap, just leave it as it is. Or if you have a hunch based on the context, type it very quickly. Wrong answers do not get you negative points, but they can certainly waste your limited time. And finally, if you are double-minded about whether the answer to a gap should be singular or plural, remember that the plural form is always preferred. Now, some don'ts. Number 1. Do not try to type the answers in the gaps as the audio is being played. Number 2. The answer to a gap cannot be more than one word. So if you got 2 words as the answer, based on the context, type only 1 as the answer.
Okay, any questions? All right, so we're going to start with some fill in the blanks. Please get a pen or a pencil or something, a writing implement and a piece of paper. Remember, while you are following the line or writing, don't look at what you're writing, okay? That's what you need to practice at home. Let's get started.
Even if Premier Brantley were not ideologically committed to selling privacy to wealthy foreigners, his government statistics provide plenty of reasons for him to favour maintaining the country's opaque company registration system on purely pragmatic grounds. Fees from incorporating companies and renewing their registration made up more than 16% of Nevis's government revenue in 2015, up from less than 12% in 2014.
Okay, now I noticed Mayuko looked at your first blank. Don't. So Mayuko, are you ready for number one?
Yeah, committed.
Okay. Is that correct?
I hope so.
A double, is that double M or one M?
Double M.
Double?
Double, I think so.
Jacob, you have a different.
That's a CO.
It's one M or double M?
COM.
COM. Okay, we'll check it. Check it later. And number two, Mayuko?
Strategy.
You're muted. Number two, Mayuko?
No, I didn't get it.
Anyone? Jacob.
Strategy.
Plural or singular? Is that plural or singular, Jacob?
Singular.
Okay. Mayuko, did you get number three?
No, rest of the question I didn't get it.
You know why? Because you lost the line. Did you? Did you lose the line?
No, I didn't lose the line.
Jacob, number three.
I got something, but I write in a different way. So it's
all right. Number four.
Renewing.
No, that's the fifth one.
Okay. So number three. Okay, number four. Jacob.
No, I lost that one too.
I think number
What?
3
Renewing.
statistic.
Number three. What? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Maintaining.
Maintaining. Yes. Number four.
Renewing.
Renew. Okay. And the last one.
Revenue.
What's something like opaque or something?
Opaque.
Oh,
I couldn't,
opaque.
I couldn't spell it.
Yeah.
Opaque means
I don't know
dark.
the spelling.
Opaque means dark. Dark.
Opaque.
Yeah. So there you go.
Opaque.
Yeah.
And statistics. Yeah, I did write down statistics.
Good. So government statistics.
Printed statistics. Renew.
Opaque.
Yeah.
Revenue. So opaque cannot be, I don't think that opaque can be, but committed, it looks like it because the spelling, and of course revenue. All right. So I tell you which one of these have been repeated in the test, because the students come to me and say, I got this, and I made a question for that particular word so that you remember the spelling. Okay. Next one.
"51 years later, the rich are very different. It may be hard to imagine now, but for much of the 20th century, they were a relatively small, even beleaguered group. held in check in Britain and other Western countries by high taxes and steadily more egalitarian social values. Today, they are an ever more dominant and international elite, lightly taxed, politically pivotal, admired as much as criticised, and so untethered from everyone else in their lifestyles that they exist in a parallel country, as the American investigator of the wealthy Robert Frank puts it. Since 1980, the share of national income taken by the richest 1% of Britons and Americans has almost trebled.
Okay, you tell me.
Different.
Number 2.
And countries.
Huh? It's on caps lock. It's dark in here. That's why I cannot see. What's the thing here? Countries. Remember, if you type all in caps lock, no points. Okay. You lose the points in that section. Number 3, tell me.
I'm not sure that one, but elites.
Okay, anyone else? Very good.
Elite.
Anyone else?
Elite.
ELITE.
Very good. Elites. Okay. Elites means
like professionals.
genius. Very good. Professional.
Smart one.
Yeah. Smart ones. Okay. Number 4.
Parallel. I'm not sure the spelling. Parallel.
Parallel.
Okay.
Number 5. Wait, tell me.
Traveled.
Anyone else?
Doubled.
Very good. You got. I'm sorry.
Doubled.
Okay. No. I'll give you the meaning. You tell me. You tell me the word. 3 times.
Tripled.
How do you?
TRI.
How do you spell it?
TRIPLED. No, double L.
No, double.
Trebled.
Treble means double. Triple. Sorry. Triple is an adjective. This is the verb. Okay. Triple is also correct. Tripled. Okay, and tripled. All
Same thing.
3 times.
Tripled.
Oh, that's elite, not elites. But remember, in the test, if it is singular, you write it plural, you will get the point because still you have this bit here. Okay. But mine is very, like myself, is very, very harsh. So there we go. I think elite, one of the students got elite, okay, as the answer. So that's why I have it here, and also parallel. Okay, next one.
If I typed tripled for that, I know.
No, you don't.
No?
Get it. No.
Okay, trebled.
Okay. Next one. I add 1 to it, just the 1.
Oh, fantastic. The underground system is called the MTR, and there are trains every couple of minutes, so you don't have to wait for ages like we do here. You should try to use it whenever you can. The bus system is a bit more complicated, because there are normal double-decker buses, but there are also smaller buses called public light buses. They only stop when you ask them to, so you'll have to learn some Cantonese if you want to take one of those. The Star Ferry is amazing. It's so cheap, and you get the best view of the harbour. You really have to see it to believe it. You should always carry plenty of loose change, though.
Sorry, Yogita, please, if you have written.
Yes. The system is called
Very good.
PALLED.
Next.
Ages. Wait for ages.
Good. Next.
Decker. Double-decker buses.
Good. Next.
Ferry. FERRY. The Star Ferry.
And
You just change. No.
very good. Yahoo! All right.
Oh, the ferry will be capital.
I'm sorry?
I thought the ferry, that star ferry.
No.
Why not? I thought it name.
No, because it's just that star is capital, but ferry itself is not. Okay.
And the RNA is like
that star ferry can be the name, isn't it? That star ferry. No?
Yes, it can. It can. But it is not a big deal. Okay, if you do it, it is not a big deal.
But I lose the points, right?
No. If it is all in capital, if all the word in capital, you get no points there. All right, but you know, only capitalize the ones that you're 100% sure. Okay, if the answer is Washington, you go for it, capital W. Okay, but if you're not sure, don't, because they usually don't. For instance, names, they don't go for names, name of a person. You have to write in capital. They don't do that. All right. So if you're 100% sure, just capital, otherwise don't. All right, next one.
And the RNA is like the book of instructions, but you also have to have a place where the books are stored, a library, and that's the DNA, which is then read out to form the doing stuff, which is the RNA, which then encodes the proteins, which catalyze all the reactions.
Isabel? Isabel, are you there? You're on mute. Yes, press that unmute button. We can't hear. Yes, no. Again, you mute yourself. Now, okay, number one.
Instruction.
Okay, good. Good. Number two.
Library.
Number three.
Staff.
How do you spell it?
STU, probably F.
Good. Next.
Protein.
How do you spell it?
POTEIN.
Do you spell it? Do you spell protein in the same way in your language?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because in some languages it's different, and then that poses Spanish, especially those who speak Spanish. Okay, good, very good. Okay, let's check.
No.
Okay, now, no, you're right. So this library, you know how the system is, my system, it's because it is close to this dog inverted, it takes it as one. So that's correct. Protein was plural,
yeah.
And instructions. Okay, so pay attention to that. Pay attention.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, everything else was fine. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, next one. Who else hasn't done it? I think Jacob hasn't done one, and who else? Mayuko, did you do one? I think, yeah, Mayuko did. And he told me, did you do one? You did. Okay, next one. Everyone, but Jack will go first.
The anarchists of late 19th century Europe saw it as a legitimate political weapon which would cause the downfall of the whole ruling hierarchy. President Carnot of France, the Empress of Austria, and King Umberto I of Italy were all sacrificed to this philosophy, although the edifice refused to crumble. Political extremists of the far left followed the same path in Italy and Germany in the 1970s. At certain points in history, however, such acts can set off a far larger chain of violence, as occurred after the slaying of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austro-Hungary in 1914, or the Prime Minister of Rwanda in 1994.
Jacob, number 1. Jacob.
Century. The first one. CENTUARUR.
There's A. Do you want to put an A?
No.
Okay. Next one.
Hierarchy.
How do you spell it?
It's
number 3. This was the question that one of my students got. Okay, he came to me and said, "Oh, I got philosophy today. I didn't know how to spell it." So now, Jacob.
Philosophy.
Yes, spell it.
PHYL.
E or Y?
Y.
Y.
Yeah. E.
Okay. Are you sure? All right. I think there's something wrong with it. Philosophy starts with PHI. Philo. Remember, philo means love. Okay. Philo means love. So philo means love. This way you won't forget. So philosophy means loving. Sophie means, oh my goodness, means philosophy. It's loving discussing something. Okay, philosophy. Philadelphia. Philadelphia means brotherly love. Okay. Now, philosophy, there's something wrong here. Anyway, I think you need a Y here. Oh, anyway, yep. Number 4.
Path. Same path. Yeah.
Good. Number 5.
However. HW. Yeah.
And
that one I lost.
Very good. Anyone?
Occurred.
I beg your pardon?
Occurred.
Very good. How do you spell it?
OCCURED.
Very good. Okay. Now he told me, look at this. So if we are talking about a particular decade, then we say the 1970s. All right. We do not use the before a number unless it is the first, the second, the third. But if you refer to a decade, then you say the. For instance, I was born in the 70s. This same year, this same decade, I was born in the 70s. All right. Let's check. Really? A cat is double R? A cat is double R? Yes. Let me check. There we go. It occurred to me. Look, the computer, as soon as you type it, it knows what you're gonna do. So yes, double R. Remember, I didn't know that. I mean, if I was typing it, I would have gone for an R. So now you know philosophy. There you go.
So if we misspell, so we lose the point.
You don't lose point. There's no negative. You don't get points. Okay. Losing point is different from gaining points. So yeah, because it doesn't give you negative marking, you don't lose points. You don't gain one. Okay. Who else hasn't done one? everyone has done one. All right, now we start with, let me check, because we are now doing listening, we'll finish with listening, okay? Okay, we do highlight incorrect words. Now, for this one, I should have done this first and then go to fill in the blanks listening. So in the test, this is the third part of the test that gives you negative marking, okay? So if you're 100% sure, only 100% sure, you choose it. Otherwise, don't, okay? Now, in my face-to-face classes, before I teach my students fill in the blanks, I ask them to do highlight incorrect words. And highlight incorrect words, I do it on the TV or screen or whatever we have there. And because the student, only one student at a time can highlight it, I ask them to just write it. So I said, don't take your eyes off the screen, because once you do this, you lose the line. So you do this. And as soon as you find a mistake, something that is different, you write it down. And then next one. So this gives them a good platform, a good starting point to get warm and to get used to writing without looking at what they are writing in fill in the blanks. But now we're going to start with highlighting correct words. Remember, this is the third section of the test that gives you negative marking. So 100% sure, highlight it. Otherwise, don't. So I'm going to do this one for Isabel and probably Yogita, but this is how it works. Okay, so I'm going to do this one.
Hello. Over 1,000 years ago, in 1010 AD, the Persian poet Ferdowsi finished writing his epic poem, the Shahnameh, or Book of Kings. It had taken him 30 years to complete, and consisting of some 50,000 verses, it's the longest poem ever written by a single author. Ferdowsi's aim was to narrate the history of the world from a Persian perspective, from the beginning of time up until the Arab conquest in the 7th century, and to preserve the myths and legends of days gone by. It's a sweeping masterpiece full of battles and bloodshed, kings and queens, love and hate, heroes and villains. But the Shahnameh is more than just a storybook, more than just a poem. Indeed, it's sometimes described as the encyclopedia of Iranian culture and the identity card of the Persian people. Today, the Shahnameh occupies a place at the heart of Iranian culture, proof that its themes, message and symbolism are just as resonant in the 21st century as they were a millennium ago.
So I just did the ones that are 100% sure. I know I missed one here, but since I don't know, I don't do this. Okay, I'll choose this one. No. I'll choose this one. Okay, I don't do that. 100% sure, choose. Otherwise, don't. Okay.
In here, if we do not highlight anything, so we miss point.
And you don't gain points. Okay, you don't get.
If it is wrong, we lose.
If it is wrong, you get minus.
Minus. Okay.
There you go. So you actually, if you choose the wrong one, you get negative marks. So for instance, here, if I choose the wrong one, I will, instead of getting 3 points, I get minus 3 points, and then that points will be deducted from other parts of your test. Okay, so what I want you to do is to get points, not to lose points. So 100% sure, choose, otherwise don't. Now I'm going to play one. You're going to write it down. Once I come back to you, you tell me which ones, and then I highlight it. Okay, are you ready?
Modern democracies all rest on a claim of popular sovereignty, the proposition that all legitimate governments grow out of the power of a people and in some way are subject to its will. Yet when a large majority of a country's people vehemently supports policies a critic finds abhorrent, many liberals, even avowed Democrats, recoil in horror.
Okay, I'll start with Hitomi. Hitomi? Those that you are 100% sure, tell me to highlight them.
Sovereignty, popular something.
Here?
Yeah.
So you think that was wrong, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Susceptible.
Good. Next.
And the rest I couldn't catch up because I was trying to write it down.
Okay, good. Let's check it. So you see, he told me here, you got one correct, the other one incorrect, you get no points. These two cancel.
No, sit, yeah. I wrote sit, but I couldn't read my.
Okay. So there you go. So these are the wrong ones. I'll play it again. I'll play it again.
Modern democracies all rest on a claim of popular sovereignty, the proposition that all legitimate governments grow out of the power of a people and in some way are subject to its will. Yet when a large majority of a country's people vehemently supports policies a critic finds abhorrent, many liberals, even avowed Democrats, recoil in horror.
Did I get it wrong? Was it nations or countries?
The audio said countries.
Countries, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I'll check. I'll make it. Yeah, I think there's something. Yes, I know what happened. My software doesn't recognize apostrophe. So if I choose an apostrophe, it considers two words. Therefore, it doesn't recognize it. That's why I have to change this one. Thank you for. I mean, which one is it? Number 8. Okay, I'll check it. 8. Fill in the highlights. Incorrect words. Okay. Next one. I don't use the cursor. You just follow it on the screen yourself.
It was now possible to say that eat less processed meat, much like eat more vegetables, had become one of the very few absolutely incontrovertible pieces of evidence-based diet advice, not simply another high-profile nutrition fad. As every news report highlighted, processed meat was now in a group of 120 proven carcinogens, alongside alcohol, asbestos, and tobacco, leading to a great many headlines blaring that bacon was as deadly as smoking.
Jacob, please. Number 1.
It's a less.
Very good. Number 2.
Group. The one.
Wait, which line? There's no group here.
Hold on. Ah.
Oh, you cannot read your own handwriting? Is that?
No.
No one can. I can't even do. Yes. So, anyone else?
Inconceivable pieces. Inconceivable.
So what about Jacob? Jacob, are you done? What about the rest? No.
No.
Okay, good. That's good. I am happy because you got one right. Okay, I am happy. I don't want you to choose this. So, Yagita.
I done, but
yes,
this
one.
Yep.
Yes, this one
and that nutrition fat, not fact.
Okay, very good. Yes, this one and
proven.
Very good. Where is it? This one?
120.
Okay, very good. Now,
and last one is declared.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's brief. Blaring.
Now, look, just read this line. It says processed meat is now in a group of 120 proven carcinogen. A carcinogen is something that attacks your heart. Okay, so like smoking is carcinogen. So it's along with processed meat like pork. Okay, especially the pork that is white, very white and bright and red. That is like smoking, like alcohol, like asbestos. Asbestos in Australia, they make a lot of noise about asbestos and other stuff. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Very good. Very good. But don't choose it. So long as you do not choose any wrong ones, I'm happy. Okay, next one.
The extraordinary power of the novel, I think, is often rightly attributed to the way in which Bronte has kind of braided together the realistic and the fantastical, or the realism and romance, we might say, or realism and Gothic romance. And the reason that has such power is because it shows how real Victorian social realities, whether it's the miseries of school or feeling like an outsider in the family or the drudgery of governessing and so on, might be experienced as Gothic nightmare or as fairy tale.
Okay, Mayuko. Mayuko?
I just get it. To read it.
Where is it? Second one. Okay. Very good. Anything else, Mayuko? No.
I didn't get it yet.
I'm happy. I'm happy. You got one correct. I am very happy. Okay. Who else?
Novel rather than book.
Very good. Here.
Yeah, that's it. Other I missed.
Excellent. The rest? Now, I forgot that we're doing highlighting, and I said, oh my goodness, here it is governessing. She said governessing, and I've written government. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible. And then I realized that it's highlighted incorrectly. Okay. So I got this one by chance. The ones you have here, they are very difficult. I mean, most of mine, 80%, 70, 80% are very difficult. So if you get used to this, if you can do this, the test one will be a piece of cake for you. Okay. Next one.
And the unicorn said, "You have been so nice to me and given me such extraordinarily delicious provender that you and your father, mother, uncle, aunts, dog, cat, horse and gerbil will live happily ever after, and I sincerely trust that each time you open this book, you will read it to all your family and blow your whistle."
All right. Isabel?
Yeah. The first one is kind.
Very good.
And the second one will be,
which one?
happily. If I'm not wrong.
Happily? Are you sure? You want to go for it? Are you 100% sure, Isabel?
No, leave that.
Good, good. So you do it in the exam, you do this, and they say, oh, no, I don't want it. And that's it?
Provide. I think delicious.
Where is delicious? This one?
Yeah.
So, you're
I don't
sure?
like to guess. I don't like to guess, but
Okay. Anyone else?
The second one, I got it as cat hen.
Which this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Very good. And
Provider.
okay.
Another one
So,
is wrong.
one of you is wrong because two words this close can't be. Okay.
Yeah,
and?
delicious is not there. I think.
No,
Throw.
no.
It's blow the whistle. Blow your whistle, not throw.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
And
good.
trust.
And
Sincerely
there
trust.
is one more hope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes,
Hope.
instead of hope. Very good. Actually, you wouldn't. First of all, when I was doing this test, the last time goes back to a gazillion years ago. When I was doing the test, one of the audios that was, I think it was either this one, highlighting correct words, or fill in the blanks. I'm not sure, but it was Melvin Bragg. The person who was speaking was Melvin Bragg. And I know I listened to a lot of British radio programs, and Melvin Bragg is the presenter of In Our Time. The name of the show is In Our Time. And I have listened to every episode you imagine of this show In Our Time since 2000. And the show is every week. It's about all sorts of, from dinosaurs, anything possible, okay? Anything possible. They have and they ask people to come over and they present programs. So anyway, when the exam finished, most of my questions I chose from that program. This is one of them. This is something like that show, but I wanted to pay tribute to this guy who's Clement Freud. Anyway, let's check the answer. So yes, delicious wasn't the provender. It was provender, not provider. Okay. So all right, we have time for one more. All right, one more. Are you ready? And Alicia, it's time. It's your turn.
Well, we can in a metaphorical sense. You can do it directly with fossils. Of course, the fossil record by definition is very incomplete. But there's another way of looking at fossils, because we're all fossils. We're all living fossils of our ancestors. All chimpanzees are living fossils of their ancestors. And in fact, we can draw a family tree in the genes, which links us to our joint ancestor. And if you make the rather daring assumption that the DNA changes at a regular rate, and compare ourselves and chimps to, let's say, mice, which we know the original date of split reasonably well, you get up with this famous date of a split of around 6 million years ago, when the lineage that gave rise to us split from the lineage that gave rise to chimpanzees.
So this is the answer to the yesterday's which we were talking about, my cousins, remember? That happened 6 million years ago. Anyway, Alicia?
I only got partly.
Correct. I saw that one. Where is it? Here and?
Rats.
Very good.
And stepped.
Excellent. I'm more than happy. I am more than happy. You got 3 correct. That's fine. I like it. Anyone else? Sure, 100% sure that.
One draw.
Very good draw. Where is it? Here. Where is it? Draw.
Card by definition.
No, where is draw? I can't find it.
No, it should be draw.
Here.
Yeah.
Yes, and? That's it? Okay, let's check. It was, we can map, we can draw a family tree. Map, it was the map, not the daring assumption.
Yeah.
But anyway, but
Because I was writing only,
Yes, very good. It was map instead of, you should have, you're right. Because you are writing, you write the wrong one, and then the wrong one is not there to find it. So that's what. But you learn a good lesson, and that is you don't take your eyes off the screen, okay, in this. And now you're ready to do fill in the blanks, because, all right, so that's it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night. All right, have a good one.
Yes, yes. What I have to do to access your the YouTube videos?
YouTube video or the website?
Yeah, website, yeah.
Jacob, I asked you many times to send your email to my WhatsApp, remember?
Yeah, so your WhatsApp, your WhatsApp ID, it's like
in the group. So are you in a WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
So mine is the one that says the PTE.com.
Okay, yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah. Just a private message. Hi, this is my email. I'll make it for you. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. All good.
No worries. Have a good one, everyone. See you next time.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.